This is my beat stick. Drop the beat and I'll drop you. Am I missing one? No idea. Hook her right, then go straight. You don't mind having to worry about the plague killing everyone. I'm after killing how many people in the streets? It's also not much of a secret society. They're recruiting like everyone. Yeah, please wait your turn, okay? Haha. Keep up. Well, you started it by existing. Okay, this is actually sending us in the right direction.
Steady, boys. We've got one of them here.
Ow.
Let's see how it likes a bit of fire.
Christ, they got a long range. I wasn't expecting to get attacked all the way from, you know, the other side of the street. Not that I knew that they were here, really. You could presume there's going to be more enemies, but... Rain from hell. Ooh, 10 grease. Grease lightning.
Now I'm gonna find out. Good evening.
Hello again.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye.
Alright. Oh.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures.
Ichabod.
A vampire hunter.
Let's hope he doesn't lose his head.
Let's be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
No idea who he is.
Teeth, claws, murders by night. Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk to him.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton,
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Uh-huh.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
I take Jack Gillingham as the guy at my feet.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Probably be better the other way
How
around.
do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. And they also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Even me!
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Huh. Interesting, we still got a note added for him.
Goodbye.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
I guess it means Rufus here.
Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. It would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Thank you.
Goodbye, mister.
Now off to stab him. Isn't this across the plague boundary
The
though?
guard of Prewin is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
Don't like that, do ya?
What even is it? Oh, it's a good thing for you that the gas is inflammable. Good thing friendly fire's off. Literally. Ran right into this fight. Well, ooh, booyah, baby! Hail to the vamp. Damn it. They just keep respawning. And if the door closed behind me. Not particularly. Off my fucking dick. Fuck yeah!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Sadly, none to loot of any of these guys. Sadly, my supplies are quite well depleted. Also, if he's heading to the night, um, doesn't seem like we needed to come in here. Yeah, no, that was actually seemingly an avoidable fight. But if he's heading to his
It's locked.
night asylum, fair chance he's well, we're gonna stumble into a pit of destruction. Ooh, level 22. He's a little above me. Can I escape him? Didn't have a way of stealthing out of here before. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to fight you. Maybe not.
Open it!
I'm just nervous of fighting a beast, one of those so far above me.
He's dead!
Those are finicky enemy to go up against. Wish we could ask the other one about the basically the werewolves we're seeing around the place. They're meant to be a vampire substrain, but I know it'd be nice to not see them as just down as a large beast. Ooh, can we go this way now?
It's locked, all right.
let's engage him. Damn it! The regen screwed me. Okay, yeah, I'm well matched. Dead. Oh well.
It's a leech! Kill it!
Hey, focus on the werewolf. Hey, werewolf, focus on the other guy. Shit, I could... No, wait. I can go this way. But then I can't go any further. Level 17s and a 16 right by level 7. Huh. I see clearly what the guards meant to fight. They're also terrible at it.
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
Probably should have rearmed myself.
He's dead! Hate leeches!
Probably, yeah, probably should have rearmed myself bowl-wise and all that.
Want some of them?
Hopefully I can get some bullets off these guys. Oh, I have to convince her to go back to Whitechapel? Huh. Executioner. Oh, that was weird. Whoop! Booyah! And... no. Hey! That's not what I was asking for. Jackass. Guarded through a note. Vampire hunter, fraud, avoid. Some of our scouts recently spotted the presence of a certain Ichabod Morton near the East End docks, but was seen patrolling the place at night, claiming that he's a specialist of vampire extermination. The man's a fraud. Not even a real con man, for he doesn't charge anybody for the work, but he clearly has no clue what he's talking about. Whoever approaches you for some joint hunter collaboration, refuse him and let him go. In each fight, the man is nothing more than bait. Well, at least he doesn't charge anyone for it. To be honest, he's just kind of making me think of the detective extraordinaire from FF14. Mandeville dude. I can't remember his first name. Need to get back to FF14. I haven't played it in ages. I kind of stymied myself with my fixation on getting all the Beastmen done.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Can I hit her? Can I?
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Got a pretty one.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
Well, he was like a medic of some sort, medical officer. He had to do surgeries and then gun people down. He's now a vampire, woke in a mass grave, ate his sister. And not in a Mississippi sort of way. You know how, like, there's, like, areas in America, and they've got that poor reputation. Is there anywhere else in the world with that same thing going on? You know? Like, I know people could point to the European royals, but, you know, beyond them, is there anything else going on? Is that shtick going on anywhere else? You know? You know, does Africa have it? Does, you know, is there one in Asia? You know? I don't know. I want to spice it up, you know? You can't let yourself get too bland.
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
His dad died at some stage, I'm not sure.
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
I feel like a lot of people write their political beliefs into things. A lot can write characters that are the opposite of their political beliefs and do it well, and, you know, you wouldn't know. Others simply hate everyone and doesn't mind taking shots at left, right, or center. Like, a lot of writers on Simpsons before were left-wing. so they weren't great at taking shots at the left wing. John Swartzwelder, a writer of 49, 59 Simpsons episodes, I can't remember how many it was, he hated left and right. You know the episode of Simpsons where Bart gets an elephant and he stampedes through the Democratic and Republican convention? Apparently John Swartzwelder wrote that joke, for example. He's done a few books of his own, and I've always wanted to get them, but I never did. The Time Machine Did It is the name of one of them, and it's either that one or another one, but it's just like the guy's a bumbling detective archetype, I think. I know very little about them. And Matt Groening was talking about it, but he was slightly wrong. It wasn't the first sentence, it was like the first line of the second paragraph, or the start of the second sentence. It's like this, but as my story begins, I'm being punched in the stomach. And I just found that hysterical as a kid. But yeah, I know, it just feels like whoever writing this character is either good at, writing, well, not good. She just feels so on the nose. It just feels like they have a grudge against trade union activists. Maybe they don't, but she just feels so on the nose. Because I kind of want to hit her in her nose and put her on her ass. Plus, if to get political for a moment here, she is kind of emblematic of a common spate of thought in modern society, and to be honest, in probably society from the beginning of it. If you go back to the time of Julius Caesar, you'll find a guy, Sallust, complaining that people had better morals in the good old days, when Rome was constantly under siege and whatnot. Now soldiers would bring back foreign, picking up weird things abroad and bringing it back. But in the good old days, and this is over 2,000 years ago, people have been, people are people no matter when it is. But yeah, there's a common space within, a particular stretch of activism where it's like, you're part of this niche, therefore I assume a huge stretch about you, and you're a monster. I don't care you didn't do it, you're X, Y, and Z unalterable traits, you are a monster. Like, you've seen the struggle this guy's gone through up to this point. That doesn't matter. He's rich, he's a doctor, he's, so on and so forth. It's quite frustrating. I see no reason to treat anyone lesser because they're white, they're black, they're male, they're female. I honestly don't care. I've enough struggle being chirpy day to day, or at least not staying in bed depressed. I struggle with a lot. Things I've mentioned plenty here, and there's stuff I still haven't mentioned. And I don't have time to, between panic attacks and visions and OCD fits, I don't have time to think, I'm going to treat someone like shit because of X, Y, and or Z, accidents of birth. But it gets me so frustrated when people are like, we need equality. Yeah. People shouldn't be treated poorly because of, accidents of birth. Yeah. We should treat people poorly because of accidents of birth, or, they're the wrong skin color, they're guys. I've seen so many people being like, guys can't be raped. I'm for equality. Sexism is wrong. Guys can't be raped. I'm not a fan of spankings or the like. I'm not, but when I hear shit like this, I'm just like, maybe I can draw exceptions. Maybe I can. But, yeah, basically the point I'm getting at is just simply, there's a big spate of that kind of narrow-minded, bigoted point of view within a lot of discourse I'm seeing online, and I'm sure it's still true IRL. I think being online just emboldens some people. Others could be just trolling or pose. But then again, a lot of them attach their name to it, and IRL, they're just quoted there, so maybe it's not that. But But yeah, there's a wide spate of that point of view. I see this a lot, basically, and it's especially frustrating when people pick up causes I agree with, and then proceed to start smearing their shit all over it. It's oh so very frustrating. It's oh so very frustrating. Like I said, I feel no one should be mistreated based on accidents of birth. These people claim to feel the same way, and then they proceed to mistreat people based on accidents of birth. Like I said before in my Deus Ex playthrough, I've seen one broad. She's a big name, though I honestly forget her right now. Assert that it's possible for men to be raped on non-consensual contact, but they can't be raped. And she was a big name in a certain field in regards to rape statistics / definition in America. Apparently she influenced shit heavily over there. I haven't really fully looked into it, I'm realizing. Another name, abroad that runs the multiple abuse shelters in America, declared that if you treat domestic abuse as a gender neutrally, then you hate women. If you decide men and women aren't completely, vastly different beings, you hate women. By that I mean men can be abusers or victims, women can be abusers or victims. Depends on the individuals, and sometimes it can be both. A lot of domestic abuse is reciprocal, from what I hear. I'm losing my train of thought here, but it's also very frustrating to see this shit. But yeah, back on this character, it's just, yeah, it feels like they have a grudge against, the trade union activists here. Obviously, I'm being flippant and joking.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
Really? You heard it here last, folks. Honestly, with the other tangent that went on there, I really lost my train of thought. But, her just seeing him as an enemy and as a lazy person, based on that, I see that, that kind of narrow point of view. You were born as X, whatever that may be. You're born as that, therefore you must be a monster. And I see this from people claiming such, good, taking up good causes, which they then smear in that bigoted bollocks. It's very frustrating. Because not only, if you want to, pick that cause up yourself and right their wrongs, not only do you have to fight whatever bollocks was there in the first place, you now have to fight their imposed bollocks, and due to how they've positioned themselves, they're now moral arbitrators and can declare you El Diablo, and people buy into it. Look at Christina Hoff Sommers. She's a feminist, but a lot of them declare her as a misogynist because she... I'm not entirely sure which bit entirely they shit on her for. She's a few viewpoints, and I think they dislike them all. From what I've seen of her, she seems fine. I haven't seen anything of her that would make me think she, make me dislike her myself. So, they've declared her El Diablo, an anti-feminist, a woman hater, and all because she doesn't seem to hate men. So, yeah. Oh, I'm getting the MCA claimed.
You don't know me.
I'm joking. Joking.
And yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
I wish you could say, I served in the army, I'm a medic, and I had to shoot to protect my patients and myself. So yes, quite literally I have had to. Which is actually reminding me of a few people I know right now. And I'm feeling a little anger welling inside. A little, not much. Not nearly as much as in that Evil Within 2 video I did when I talked about the cat killer. Or in the Legion one, take your pick. The last time I talked was in the Evil Within 2 and I felt myself shaking a little, just thinking about it. Don't know the context, the cunt nearby killed the cats that were living here for absolutely no reason. Mum was taking damn good care of them, she didn't care. I think she was kind of out of it. She was hallucinating. She was thinking Mum was in the room and could see a bag that was in her place. Mum was talking to her over the phone. She put them all down, including my great-grandmother's cat. The thing was gummy as hell, not a tooth in its head. It was still eating dried food. It had such fight in it. It was like best part of 30 years old. When she put it down, she captured all of the cats, put them all down. Because her father used to feed the cats a bit of food from his Meals on Wheels, and she didn't like that. They were eating his food on him. And I don't see why you have to kill them for it. She ended up getting cancer and dying, but whenever I can feel the blood, I can feel the blood heating. I always end up feeling that wasn't nearly enough. It's a horrible way of going out. It's a slow degradation, and it's hard for you and your family, especially with the chemo. Even the treatment itself is hard on it. Hard on you. She's such a psychotic fucking cunt. I just feel wasn't hard enough.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Oh, can I just... Oh, good, the quest over there is updated. Can I just put her down?
Come now, Lottie. Still much work to do.
He's over there.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Well, you're a lot more chipper.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Truly, people are the biggest monsters.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
He's one of the few people to keep the peace.
I'm looking for Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss.
You're a lot more helpful.
Come now, Lottie.
Oh, this isn't gonna go well.
Why the long face, Doctor?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
Yeah.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
That was actually why they were able to easily convert the Aztec to Catholicism. The conquistadors. The Aztec believed that by eating the flesh of a dead enemy, they'll gain their strength, added to their own. Out of respect, they wouldn't eat their comrades. So, believing that they could eat the flesh of a demigod, like Jesus, they believed they would gain his strength.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain.
True, but a skull was a lesser breed.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
$6K. Oh, this is terrible. He's the pillar of the community. There's a fair few here I haven't gotten to meet yet.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
He must... Maybe he's got a split personality thing going on. One faction of himself is killing people and he has no memory of them, so he thinks he's actually resisting.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
Mm-hmm.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost. Separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
Eh-heh.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
Give a dog a bad name. Also, he seems to know that we're a vampire now. Oh.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance?
Yeah, he actually turned up at the right place. Well done.
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Stop fooling yourself. You've never faced a vampire before. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive.
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Nyeh.
Tell me about the vampire you spared.
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
Goodbye.
Actually turned up at the right place, so I'll give him that.
So much noise. Vampire kills in utter silence.
Unnecessarily. Motored merchant services. Feel awkward looting with people around. Performance anxiety. Skull inside the boundaries. That's not a good look.
Head back if I were you, sir. Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this
Well, we disengaged.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Shit, that leech is fast!
Nice.
Giselle's stolen money. Everyone has some unethical ways of financing their war.
To be fair, I pretty much financed my medical care the same way. Oh, I suppose I steal it from everyone and anyone. I feel like the guy is too enraptured by the illusion. Whatever I find here is not going to be a good 10. Might even be him after sneaking ahead of me some other way. And he's going to ambush me to finish me off. So I don't get in his way kind of thing. Beware.
That doesn't work.
See, Doctor, I got puzzles. That means I'm sane.
There must be a way to control the water level in this. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That doesn't work.
I need to lower the water level, so... Is that enough? Nope.